Okay, so 1,000 rupees you will be entering it, and then you will be entering whether it's a savings account or uh, current account. This is not working now. So now you will be saying that from which account you need to take it. Okay, so you will be having the savings account or current account, and then you will click it, and then you wanted the transaction slip. You will be saying it yes or no, and then the ATM will give you the money, count, come back. These are the steps. Now, for example, now someone who came means imagine that I know that everyone knows to withdraw the money and then they can do it, but imagine that someone new, they don't know how to use the ATM. If I given this particular thing to him, means this particular steps, can he follow and then get this money or not? So someone,
Yes.
I asked him
Yeah.
Yes.
not the 1,000, but instead of 1,000 you bring me 2,000. So I changed that particular value, and then when I have given this one, so probably he can go and then he can fetch it out, right? Whether means you know that how to do it, and these are the things called as steps, the basic steps you wanted to withdraw the money from the ATM, right? So you need to understand that if someone was new to this particular system, they don't know what we have been done. If someone joined, so they by seeing these particular steps, they can, oh, I need to do this. And after 10 years you came back, means you were not using the ATM for 1 to 2 years, and after that you might forgot. And then once again, if you come back here, you can see, oh, this is what I need to do it. If you have this particular instructions or steps, so that you can follow these particular instructions and steps, and then you can withdraw the money, right? So this is what a test case. And here we can have the positive cases and the negative cases. The negative cases is nothing but ATM don't have the money. See, now for we went for the withdrawn, but ATM is not working, or ATM don't have the money. So these are the negative scenarios also you'll be writing it. So now what you need to understand here means, what do you meant by test case? Test case is nothing but it's a set of actions where you will be having a multiple sets of input data, and then you need to do the comparison between the expected to the actual values, and the resultant of that one will go for whether the test case is passed or failed. If someone asks you what you meant by a test case is a simple definition, you can build it your own definition. You can say, you can, as I told you, always take some example to explain this one. Don't by heart or take any particular bookish definition and say that. So the test cases are nothing but those are the scenarios which we perform for the application. Example, take the login page. In the login page, you have the username and password. And when I have the username and password for this one, so I'll just go here, and in this particular login page, so I'll take this, and then in this particular login, I'll be adding this positive and negative cases. Just guys, give me a second, please.
Anna, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I need to take that call. So my director is calling, so I need to attend it. Yeah, coming back here. So now the test case is nothing but it's a set of actions for a particular scenario. Now, for an example, if you're taking for a login, so now in the login, you'll be having the username and the password, and then you have the login button. Now, what is the probabilities of the test cases which I can write for this one? So now, for an example, this is a username and this is a password. I can enter the right username, right password. I can enter the right username, wrong password, and I can enter the wrong username, right password, and I can enter the wrong username and wrong password also. So these three are negative scenarios which I'll be perform, and this is what the positive scenario which I'll be perform. So this is our truth table, right? So now if I have multiple parameters, according to this will this particular probabilities and combinations will be getting it. So now this is one scenario, this is one scenario, this is one scenario, and this is one scenario. See guys, writing test case is an art, because based upon your test cases, you will identify the bugs. So the test case writing is one of the most important skill set which we need to understand. And that's where I just asked you people to go and write that particular test cases, and then we can discuss about it. So first of all, means as we discussed, everything will have the life cycle. So I told you, right, the human life cycle previously. So when we are born, we are child, and the kid, teenage, and then middle age, and then old age, and then gone. So this is what the human life cycle. The same way the test cases also will have that particular life cycle. You should understand that particular life cycle of the test cases. So now, first of all, you should understand what you meant by test case. The test case is nothing but it a set of actions performed for an application. And we will be having multiple sets of input data. If you see here, I'll be passing the PIN number, I'll be passing the amount, and I'll be passing yes or no. So these are called as the test data. So whenever it was required for this one, so now this test data can be changed. Means this procedure is same, but if I given this one for Venkat, then he use his own PIN number and he will type whatever the amount he want, whether he want the transaction slip or not. So it depends upon his test data. And when I given this one for Anish, he will have the different set of data. And when I use my data will be different. So always the test steps, these are called as test steps. A group of test steps will form for a test case. And the test case will have the test data, and test case will be executed or run. So executed means the steps whatever I do. So now for example, for the login page, if I have been written, how I'll be writing the test case for this one: open Gmail or navigate. Okay, first open Chrome browser. Okay, I'm opening the browser. Second step, open navigate to Gmail, and once you navigate to the Gmail, enter username, enter password, and click the login button. So now once you have done, make sure that you are in the welcome home page. So now these are the steps which you have been written over here. Now if you have been given these particular steps, so anyone who came to the organization, okay, I need to open the Chrome browser, I need to navigate to the Gmail, enter the username as Chris666, and enter the password as Chris123. So now these are the things which you need to do it, and click on this particular button, and then make sure that you have been entered into this. So this is how we will document our steps and given it to the people, so that the people will take about it, and they use this particular test data, and then you will execute it. And we will be having two more columns, the most important columns, which is the actual and expected. What do you mean by actual? Whatever on the fly it was happening, the actual. And expected is, now after all these particular steps, what it need to do. So you should able to see, the home page, right? So this is what my expected value. At the end of this particular thing, whether I'm able to match with the expected value, so even the actual value also should be there. See, now everything went well since I entered username and password. So then what it will happen, even in the actual, I'll go to the home page. So now when expected value equal to the actual value, then this particular test case is passed. When the expected value is not equal to the actual value, then the test case is failed. And then this is called, we can raise a bug, as this is failed. So you can raise a bug for this one. And I hope you guys know what is a bug life cycle and how the bug life cycle will work on. So this is how the test cases are, means what you meant by a test case, and what are the parameters we should have it for a test case, and then how we will do it, and how to generate the test cases. So we will be learning it from the test case life cycle. So in the test case lifecycle, what it will talks about it. See, there are many standards of defining this one. So even there is an IEEE standard for defining the test case lifecycle. Let's try to see the things how this means, how it would be means. Okay, so just if I go test case life cycle, I'll share you the IEEE document also, so that it can help you a lot. But as of now, just we will try to see on this particular picture. Now if you see here, Uh, the requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, test closure. Now we will plan to, this is STLC boss, not test case lifecycle. Hmm. So all these are talking about this one. So I just wanted to have a particular life cycle which talks about
Third picture, Krish, maybe.
uh,
Third one. Third one.
Third one.
this
Left
one.
side. Left.
At top
Up.
third one.
Up.
Top
Up.
third one.
Up. Yeah. No.
Top.
That's it.
At the very top.
Take to right side.
At the very top, right side. Third.
I didn't understand, but however, I'll just quickly see which can be useful. Something I have been seeing here. Okay, let's take this one. Okay. Usually there is a document for this one. I'll check that particular document whether I have that document with me. I'll share that particular document. But as of now, what is the basic life cycles of this one? So whatever I'm talking about is this is IEEE standards. Based upon that particular standard, I am explaining you now. So whenever we were starting for the test cases, the first basic thing is we would be having design, test case design. Okay, test case designings. And after the test case designing, oh sorry, it starts with the test case planning. Okay, and the test case designing and test case creation and test case review and test case execution and test case metrics and the results and test case maintenance. So this is what the life cycle of this. Cool. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. 1 minute. Okay, so now these are the life phases of the test case. Now, what do you meant by test case planning? Okay, now the test case planning comes from, do you remember what is our SDLC first phase? The requirement gathering and then analysis of this particular test cases, and then we will be going for the design, right? So that particular design, it talks from the planning. What are the test cases I need to take it up? So whether I need to write the functional cases, non-functional cases, or the compatibility test cases, what are the different type of test cases which I need to create it? First, in the planning phase, you will be you will be trying to understand the complete requirements of that particular application. Oh, what are the application, means what are the different modes of the application, and what are the things which I need to pick it up? So those all things you would be gathering from that particular information. So once you have been gathered that one, you will start planning that one. So now, for an example, if you are going for a Goa trip, so what you will do? Okay, where I need to book my rooms, where I need to fetch my flight tickets, and which casino I need to go. So you have that particular concrete plan, right? The same way, when you are going to test this one, so what are the types of testing I need to perform? So now I need to perform for the compatibility testing, non-functional testing, functional testing, and monkey testing. For all these things, you'll be writing that. Means, oh, I need to write the test cases for this. First, you'll plan that. And next phase is the designing phase. So now in this particular designing phase, you will design your test cases. Okay, what should be my smoke cases? What should be my regression cases? So how I'll need to design this one? So what are the testing techniques I need to use it? So, you know, the planning, we know that, oh, I need to do this, and how I need to develop that one. Now, where I need to book my tickets, how I need to book my tickets. So the same way here in the designing, we will be having the testing techniques over here. The testing techniques are equivalent class partition, boundary value analysis. We will be having a different testing techniques. So according to that particular testing techniques, I'll be designing all my functional test cases. I need to write like this, and all I need to write this one. So your planning designing phase was done. And once after this one, it will jump for the creation of your test cases. The creation of the test cases means you will go for your Excel sheet and write this particular test case, or you'll be having the test management tools available in the market. There are many tools in the market, like we do have X-ray, Test Trial, and Q-Test, and then Zira. So you have multiple tools and plugins are there available in Zira, like Zypher and all the things. So you can use that, or you can use it in the, as of now, you can practice in the Excel sheets, so that we can go into that particular tools too. So you will literally write your test cases. Means I told you, right? So enter your username, enter your password. So whenever you're checking that, so you will start creating all your test cases. Now, once after creating this particular test cases, the next most important thing is the review of your test cases. Means you need to do the reviewing. Means I gone means you will be giving it for the means your test leads or your tech leads. They both will be validating your document. Why they will do is, from the testing point of view, the test lead will validate whether he have been covered all the complete test coverage, or whether all the test cases, functional test cases he have written, non-functional coverage they have written, all the cases has been written or not. The test lead will take care. And from the tech lead, what he will try to do is whether all this functionality was scoped and which are in out of scope. So whether all he covered the complete functionality or not. Whether the requirement was covered in his test cases or not. So that the tech lead will do the review, and from the test lead, he will review that whether the complete test coverage was there or not. So this is what the reviews will happen on this. Now the next phase is, I created, means I planned and designed my test case. I created my test case. The review was happened. Then I need to execute that particular test case, execute or running that particular test case. So that particular test case, I'll go execute. Running means, or executing or running means, I open the Excel sheet or that particular tool, whatever the steps are there, according to that particular steps, I'll start performing that particular actions. So that is what it called as execution or running. So means I given you this particular steps, ATM steps I given it to you. So you take that particular steps, and then you can start running on that particular steps. Then that is called the execution of that particular test cases. Now, once after the execution, you will be having the test case metrics or the test case results. So now, for an example, I have executed 100 test cases. Out of 100 test cases, 90 test cases was passed, 10 test cases was failed, and whatever the results which you are sharing, so those things are counted as the execution report, test case execution report, or metrics. So now these are the details. Once after the execution, we will be getting for that particular test cases. And once after this one, you will go to the maintenance. The maintenance, you will allocate that particular test case, whether this was belong to the smoke test case, or whether this was belonging to the regression test cases, or whether it was belonging to the regression low level test cases. So this is called test case enumeration. Test case enumeration is nothing but covering of all the layers. Means whether you covered the compatibility testing, functional testing, non-functional testing. In the non-functional testing, the performance and the security, whether you have been covered all. So these all things will part of the test coverage. And the segregation of the test suits, like the smoke suit, the regression suit, regression high level, regression medium level, low level. So this is called means segregating at a suit levels. Means just you are arranging the things to do your execution. You know, when we go for the first round of Amazon, they will give you a big scenario, and they will ask you to do the test case enumeration. You go for automation or whatever the things, the interview first round will talk only about the test case enumeration. So from this, they will understand that how you will test the application with the different perspectives. Means whether you test the compatibility testing, whether you do the functional testing, whether you do the non-functional testing, whether you perform for the performance testing and security testing and API testing, whether you scope it or not. So from this particular enumeration test, you need to know how you need to enumerate your test cases, in what perspectives you need to think. And second thing, how you classify your test cases. So whether it means what are the smoke cases, regression high level, low level. So you should clearly understand the test case life cycle. So according to that, you can proceed further, and then you can start doing this one. So this is how the test case enumeration and the test case life cycle, according to the test case life cycle, this enumeration also will be drilled down. So there are 3 plus 3, 6 phases or 7 phases for this one: planning and designing of the test case, and creation of the test case, execution of the test case, and getting the test execution results, and then after that one, maintenance of this particular test case. If you wanted to retire some test cases or deprecate some test cases, you can do, because the functionality change, the test case were no longer valid. So those all things you need to, it will go under the maintenance, retiring or making enhancements, and all the things will go into that particular perspective. So by this, you should understand what do you meant by a test case, what are the phases in the test cases, and when a test case will pass or when a test case will fail. So these are the things which we have been discussed as of now. I'll give a pause here, guys. So you have any particular questions or doubts, you can ask me.